All right, there's only one place we can start this week. It's fucking crazy ass Leah Remini coming out and exposing that she's been a part of an organization that's actually crazier than she is.
Yeah, she fits in with the crazy pretty good. Now, for listeners that have been on board with the Chance and Nabe show since the beginning, which is we're rolling up on about a year now, we've done an episode, a pretty in-depth look at Scientology. I think it was episode 15 where we talked about is when the documentary Going Clear came out, and then I talked about some my run-in with Scientology, living in Austin, Texas, and that craziness. But so we've talked about this craziness of Scientology, and Going Clear did a lot to hurt Scientology, and I mean everybody knew it was crazy before that. I really think Tom Cruise, Katie Holmes is where it started. To like people were like looking at Scientology like,
Yeah,
whoa, Going Clear hit it hard. Now fucking Leah Remini is trying to put the nail in the coffin. She's trying to single-handedly, with her craziness, take down Scientology.
She was one of the people that was actually raised in Scientology,
Yes,
right? Her
yes.
parents got her into it.
Right. Yeah, she's been in Scientology her whole life. Her mom just like got sucked in. She's like, they just made me feel like I was doing something important. Like what I was doing with Scientology was more important than like raising my kids or like loving my family.
Yeah. It's a common tale with religious parents, just in general. But with Scientology, it's actually like cultish, where they actually will like separate your fucking kids and like brainwash them into thinking like it's not the parent-child relationship that's important. It's the relationship you have with like the church leaders and shit.
Right.
So yeah, everybody knows Scientology's fucked up. I've heard a bunch of interviews with some Scientologists that came out and did like damage control after that Going Clear came out, and none of them were convincing. That they were just like, no, Dianetics, it's just read it. I've heard Mark Maron interviewing Giovanni Ribisi.
Yes.
And he's like a Scientologist, and Mark Maron kind of let him have a little bit like fishing to see if he could like stir up some controversy. And he was like, I'm like afraid to read Dianetics because then I'm like, am I just going to be crazy? Giovanni Ribisi tried to lie and was like, Dianetics has nothing to do with Scientology. It's just a book, happened to be written by L. Ron Hubbard. It's like so misunderstood. Mark Maron kind of let him off the hook, but those people are pathetic, and Leah Remini's no exception to that. She's kind of just comes across like a huge bitch, right?
On your notes, I looked at when you were getting some water. I looked at your notes and it says Scientology dash. She's a bitch. Now she let's we gotta like address something. Her plastic surgery was awful.
Yeah, she doesn't look good.
She had a good face, she looked good, and I think she just was like, I want to stay young, and now her face just looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just like, why ruin it? You're pretty. But so another thing that came out during this whirlwind media tour too, this is kind of off topic, but did you see that she tried out for Courtney Cox's role on Friends?
Yeah.
She read for that. That show would have been one season
canceled.
Yeah. But so she just says like she did the 2020 interview first. That was the big one. I watched it, Friday night. Like I said, it really got in depth of the craziness when Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes got married.
But when you look at kind of what conversations she was having with people at that wedding and how the whole J-Lo fucking situation, basically, if you haven't seen the interview, the church like asked her to bring J-Lo and is it Mark Anthony?
Yeah, Mark Anthony.
To the wedding, like back when they used to be married, like 4 husbands ago for J-Lo. But so they brought her and it was like just a ploy basically to turn her into a Scientologist.
Right.
That she was surprised by that. It's like, why would the church ask you to bring her if it wasn't? First off, the wedding was fucking so stupid. 3 days long.
It was a weird like wedding where, and it came out that Tom Cruise sang "You've Lost That Lovin' Feeling" to Katie Holmes like at the wedding in front of everybody.
Yeah,
which she was like, it was an odd choice of a song.
I just imagine Leah Remini was just like really drunk the whole time and just like calling out like how ridiculous of a spectacle the whole fucking thing was.
Yeah, yeah, obviously. It was
And she got written up. She got like demerits or
okay,
whatever the
like
fuck they
in
do.
they do knowledge you
Oh,
do
knowledge
you
reports.
write up a knowledge report on somebody. If you see somebody doing something that's kind of iffy, you write them up.
Yeah.
Katie Holmes personally wrote up Leah Remini, but now it's kind of coming out that Katie Holmes like I didn't even fucking write that bitch. So, whatever.
Yeah.
Whoever wrote it, anyway, everybody's just like writing up Leah Remini at this wedding. She's like writing up fucking David Miscavige, the top guy of Scientology, because his wife wasn't there. And she's
Yeah.
just like, why isn't his wife here? Like just freaking out
Did
about
you
it.
kind of think like maybe he was like thinking he was gonna get to fuck J Lo? That's what I was thinking. Like he asked,
Miscavige?
yeah, like he asked J Lo to come there, and he looked at Mark Anthony. And was like, dude, if this fucking guy has a shot, maybe I actually have a shot at banging her.
Huh. I don't know. I just know that. Okay, another crazy thing of that wedding too was before the wedding, how she is just like got this like midnight call from Tom Cruise from the Scientology people. It's like, look, Tom wants to learn how to salsa dance, and
Well,
so Leah Remini had to like go to his house and teach him how to salsa dance, and he was just like forcibly like kissing Katie Holmes while they're like dancing and stuff, and she's like,
and all like the high-ranking members of the church were there to like supervise the
right,
salsa dancing lessons.
yeah, and Leah Remini's like, man, you guys need to get a room, and they like let her have it for that. She like got deprogrammed after that for saying that. And
Deprogrammed.
yes, it was like that was like a big deal, like how she behaved at the salsa dancing lessons.
Yeah.
But through this whole time, like Tom Cruise is like they're basically just like trying to destroy Leah Remini, but Tom Cruise just pretends to be like her best friend.
Yeah.
Like still after like the wedding and like they just write her up all this. He's still just like, hey, what's up, Leah? Like we're
Yeah.
best friends. It's just like a celebrity tight knit group of like Jason Lee, Christina Applegate, Giovanni Ribisi.
Kirstie Alley, whatever the fuck her
Oh,
name is.
Kirstie Alley is like going off about this. She's like, "You're my enemy."
I had forgotten that she was actually like a huge Scientologist, but then it makes sense because I was like, oh yeah, look who's talking, like her and John Travolta. That was like the
Yeah, Kirstie Alley right here. Got a little picture. There's a little glare, but
yeah.
she's right by Norm and the whole cast of Cheers. But uh, yeah, like Jason Lee, that's somebody that really surprises me on the Scientology.
Yeah, because you go from being a professional skateboarder to a Scientologist. I mean, a good career move.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's just weird. A lot of weird stuff. Remini is she was on Stern, which after 2020, which is great. And then after that, she went and did an NPR interview.
Really?
Yeah, it's 2020 Stern.
She's
NPR.
just pushing that book like so hard.
Well, I mean, she's gave all her money to Scientology.
Yeah.
All her King of Queens money is gone.
Yeah, that's one thing she talks about a lot. It's like the difference between just a regular religion and Scientology is that Scientology is so fucking expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. So Scientology is crazy. Don't give your money to them. If you're listening to us on this blab, I am. If you're Scientologist and you're listening to us, like, we're sorry. Don't kill us. I think she's going to be murdered, though. Do you think she'll turn up dead in like a river or
No, I don't think
suicide?
I don't think they're that evil. I think that they'll probably like have tried to threaten her a lot and like calling her late at night and
But it's funny, like their press release is like she's stupid and like
they just said she fabricated literally every single. They were like, we deny every single word that came out of her mouth. It's like at least like selectively choose some stuff to say that it's that it's not true.
I'd heard rumors that Cruz was thinking about leaving, and I've heard rumors that John Travolta had wanted to leave, but she was just like
she like backed Travolta.
She's like he's like the sweetest guy ever. He's like really into like the technology of Scientology. He's really into it. And he really like believes it. I was like, oh, Travolta,
yeah,
you're weird.
Yeah,
your weird hair.
He's the weirdest motherfucker ever. I mean, Tom Cruise is probably pretty fucking weird. The whole thing with Katie Holmes, I remember reading when she was in that Thank You for Smoking movie that he like interfered with the production to kill down like a sex scene that was in there where she's like getting fucked in the closet. There's like a hardcore sex scene with her and the guy who plays Two-Face.
Yeah. What else is he on?
He's that's like his biggest role. So Thank You for Smoking. That's the only time I've ever seen him in a lead role. Then all the Batman shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like they're like fucking in the closet. Apparently, Scientology got involved. Like they didn't want her to be giving off that impression. Then she like never acted in a movie again after that.
Ever, yeah. I think Scientology has like paid her off just to like be quiet.
Yeah, they're just like, we'll kidnap your kids. She's like, okay,
Kidnap Suri.
yeah.
She's a level 99 Thetan, whatever, Xenu princess.
Yeah,
Fucking crazy shit.
but yeah, I remember Artie Lang talking about when he was cut out of Jerry Maguire, but he had a role like as like a sports guy in Jerry Maguire. He was talking about how fucking much of an asshole Tom Cruise is. The only person I've ever heard of anyone calling Tom Cruise an asshole. He was like, he just jump ropes like 24 hours a day. So he stays in, like between takes, he's just jump roping like a million times. He's a fucking idiot.
well, Leah Remini is crazy. But let's talk about another crazy story that came out. And this is probably my favorite story that I've heard in the last year or so that's come out from a celebrity just of craziness. Master P came out with a story that his son, Little Romeo, was at Michael Jordan's basketball camp and he was wearing the P. Miller Converse. This is back when Master P had his own line of Converse.
God, that guy's an improvising motherfucker.
Yeah.
Enterprising, rather.
Yeah.
Improvising.
I was like, what the fuck
he improvises his raps.
Okay. So basically Little Romeo is sporting his dad's shoes. Jordan comes up and it's like, hey, put on some Jordans if you're going to play basketball at this camp. Like, you're not wearing your P. Millers.
First off, that's a fucking asshole move.
Now, I'll go back to another story. Okay, stop right here. Little Bow Wow has told a story in the past where he was real good friends with Michael Jordan's sons, and he would spend the night there a lot. Like when he's in Chicago, he would always stay at Michael Jordan's house. Well, one night, Michael Jordan woke up and he's like, he's hold up Little Bow Wow's shoes, and he's like, whose fucking shoes are these? And there were some Allen Iversons. Little Bow was like, oh, those are mine. And Jordan just walked off, and he's like, the shoes disappeared, and they were just a pair of Jordans in my size. Like an hour later, like just where those were. And he was like, so I just like put them on. I didn't say anything. But okay, so that kind of talks about Jordan is just like, hey, you're gonna wear my shoes if I'm gonna like fuck with you, basically. So Little Romeo, he tells Little Romeo take off the shoes. Little Romeo is like, man, fuck you. I'm Little Romeo. Yeah. I'm gonna wear what the fuck shoes I want. So he
calls his daddy.
He calls dad. He calls him up. It rings him up. His dad answers the phone. He's like, and he's like, Dad, fucking Michael Jordan is saying that I have to wear Jordans and not the P. Millers.
Right.
Which I would just think the Jordans would be more comfortable than some Converse.
And it would just be like, hey, you're at Michael Jordan's fucking camp. Just do it.
Show some respect to the greatest player ever. Like, and Little Romeo actually like played ball at USC. Like this is he's gonna learn some shit at this camp. So P. Miller, Master P, he just like fuck this. He hops on a private jet.
He
right
gets
there.
on the PJ, flies out to the fucking camp,
lands, goes in there, and he's like, what's up? Like, my son's gonna wear these shoes. I'll play you like a game of pickup basketball to see if to win him the right to wear the shoes. So Jordan's just like, all right, let's do this. This is already like, I'm doubting this is true at this point, but I love to believe it. I guess it's 3-on-3. Master P picks 2 college players, and at the time, these college players were Gilbert Arenas and Meta World Peace, aka Ron Artest.
I mean, that's like the perfect criminal team right there. I could see those 3 dudes like at that time being real good friends and like, hanging out.
So you would think, all right, Arenas is probably running the point for him. He's like handling the ball. Artest is like your shooting guard / small forward, and
the enforcer.
And yeah, Master P is your big man. I'm thinking like. And it's Jordan and 2 NBA guys. He doesn't say who they are.
He couldn't remember who they were.
Yeah. Because what happened was they beat him. Master P, they claimed that he took on Jordan's team and they just like beat the shit out of him.
Master P also claimed he got inside Jordan's head. Michael Jordan's head. 1 year after removed from winning his 6th championship, right?
Yeah. He got in Jordan's head.
Master P was 33 years old at this time. He was our age.
Yeah, this was after Master P had his stint with the Raptors, where he got to play in like 3 preseason games.
Yeah, okay, and that's another thing in the story that's widely fucking false, where they're like, "Oh yeah, he like played some pro ball." It's like, no, He did not play pro ball. He
It was
didn't.
it
He,
was like they just let a celebrity play in the preseason.
yeah, it was
Like
a drum up publicity.
Garth Brooks played spring training for the Royals. It didn't mean Garth Brooks was like having
A
a shot.
professional baseball player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he wasn't gonna be like DHing for the Royals for a year or something.
yeah.
Tom Selleck, when he did that fucking Mr. Baseball shitty movie, I remember he played for the Tigers for like a whole spring training. Spring training. Kevin Costner's done the same thing. Celebrities do that. You do it in spring training. You drum up publicity. You get people to go to these shitty preseason games.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he claimed
Pretty
this.
sure Bill Murray also like played in some like preseason baseball games too.
Yeah, for fuck's sake, Michael Jordan played some goddamn
Yeah.
baseball games. But yeah, so we doubt Masterpiece story, but we like to believe it as fact.
I mean, it
Because
would be fucking wonderful if that actually was anywhere in the realm of truth. But
I want our test to come out and like either confirm or deny this. I feel like he's an honest dude. I don't know, like I think he's delusional in some senses, but I think he would. I think if this was true, our test would be yeah, it's true. Or he'd just if it wasn't, he'd be like, man, we fucking got our ass kicked by Jordan,
or like this never took place. More likely, this is what happened. Little Romeo went to the camp. Master P like tried to talk shit to Jordan, couldn't like get in because it's fucking Michael Jordan, and he just made up this story to make himself like seem bigger than he is.
Or he was just like, or Romeo just wore the shoes and Michael Jordan probably never gave a fuck. That could have happened too, but regardless, little Romeo went to the camp, learned some good hoop moves, got to play at USC.
Did he play 4 years there?
No, he played 1 year, I think.
And then he stopped. So it's just like Snoop Dogg's son, basically.
Yeah,
playing
he's
football.
Like, this is hard. Like I gotta listen to the coach.
I gotta like go to class.
Yeah,
like this.
I'm not used to this. Snoop's son actually was like, man, I don't even want to play football. I just do this because my dad told me to. I don't want to do this. We have like $100 million.
It's like, I just want to act. It's just way easier.
Snoop's like net worth is just so much. His kids, there's just no way you can like make your kids work.
No,
rich.
No.
Because they're like, man, fuck you, Dad. We got all this money.
Like their only motivation to work is to be able to be more recognizable when they go to the club. So they're just like throw me on some music videos, give me some small fucking roles and some bullshit. But I saw that the Dog Pound movie fell through officially.
Oh, really?
Like that, but the Master P one is like still going because he's like funding the whole thing himself.
Yeah,
just the fact that he still has money is so amazing.
Oh yeah, so that's pretty crazy story in the news. And another crazy story. This is getting some traction. Breitbart, which I'm pretending it's like a decent website, like you can believe it.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. Anyways, so Breitbart.com reports today that there's a major actor in Hollywood about to like be outed for being HIV positive, and they basically just come out and say it's Charlie Sheen. Other websites are just like, yes, this article is talking about Charlie Sheen. So rumor has it, Charlie Sheen HIV positive since like 2013.
Right. It's like really sad. It explains a lot. It's not surprising in the least.
Right.
I mean, it's just with the prostitutes and like clear meth use and all that shit. I mean, he's obviously taken some like hardcore chances.
Yeah, I mean, you live that lifestyle.
He's just raw dogging prostitutes. Like you're gonna get HIV. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, it's. I wonder if he's told like Emilio and like President Bartlett. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, that's really sad. I imagine they've known, and that's why they're just like, he needs help. Let's like, instead of just being like, he's a fucking moron. Like, what the fuck's wrong with him?
Yeah, that the people that are outing him really are just like, we're outing him because he's getting like so out of control again that we think he's just spreading HIV. Like,
yeah, I saw that like the state is like stepping in because it's like he's becoming a public health risk or something, which probably it's a crime to. Most states have a criminal statute where if you go around, you're having sex with people and you have STDs, you knowingly are like passing them on, then they can fucking like quarantine you and like put you in jail and shit.
I saw him. I saw Texas do that with a guy recently.
Yeah, it happens all the time, everywhere.
I think he had like hepatitis or tuberculosis. Yeah, just something.
Tuberculosis is like the main one where they fucking just like quarantine your ass like immediately as soon as they find out you have it.
Yeah. So yeah, Charlie Sheen, the old HIV. But I mean, it's kind of like Magic Johnson's kind of ruined like your AIDS sympathy. Because it's like,
Well,
he's got it. He'll be fine. Like MJ.
but in the articles I was reading, it was, I mean, who knows how reputable these sources are, because I'm pretty sure I got it off of Complex or whatever that
Yeah.
fucking thing. But and that article was saying that the average lifespan once you're diagnosed with HIV is 9 to 11 years
Yeah.
after that. And I was like, damn, it doesn't seem like it's like still that serious. I thought the medicine had like improved so much, but I guess that's better than like 6 months or whatever it was like 20 years ago.
Yeah. Well, fucking MJ has had it since like 93. I think
Yeah.
he just had like a good case of the
I
HIV.
think he just got really lucky with, like, he just did a bunch of experimental treatments, probably was this AIDS cocktail that they give you now,
Yeah.
and it just happened to be the one that worked.
Yeah.
But eventually, like, he's still probably going to die really young.
God, I bet like his family's like Denise Richards and the other baby mama are just like, "Yeah, we hope he dies soon before he just blows any more of this money."
I mean, yeah, there's a part of it where it's like, I mean, you feel bad for anyone who fucking gets HIV, but at the same time, when it comes to him, you're just like, you're just so reckless. It's hard not to just be like, how did you not see this fucking coming?
Yeah, you did everything that someone who gets HIV is probably gonna do. Like you did like everything you're advised not to do to not get HIV.
Yeah, and a lot of the little insider reports that are coming out are saying he doesn't want the public to know because he doesn't want to be known as like the actor who got HIV rather than like all of the great acting he's done. It's like, dude, you haven't really done that much great
Yeah,
acting.
Major League, Young
I mean,
Guns,
you've done some good
Platoon.
stuff. He wasn't in Young Guns, was he? That was Emilio.
No, he was in Young Guns 1. He had a small. He gets killed in Young Guns 1. Um, he has a small role. He's not fucking Billy the Kid like Emilio.
Yeah.
I can't remember what he was, but yeah, he's in number one. It's a smaller role, but he was in the fucking gang.
Yeah.
What was that gang called?
Fuck, I can't remember. You should know that. You're like obsessed with that fucking movie.
Oh,
And just Billy the Kid. I remember back when we were like in a rock band, you were like, we should like write songs about Billy the Kid.
uh,
You almost got kicked out of the band for that suggestion.
yeah, I was a big Billy the Kid fan. I read like the books about him and stuff. You see, they found that picture of Billy the Kid that
Yeah.
guy bought for like $2 worth like $5 million.
Yeah. Of him playing croquet.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Why would you be playing croquet?
Why would somebody want to pay like $5 million for that? You just
Yeah.
have too much money.
I couldn't determine which person it even was in the picture. I was like, nobody even knows which one of these people. I mean, somebody knows, but just the general public doesn't know.
Yeah, it's not Emilio Estevez.
Yeah. Anyway, another star that I doubt is going to go full blown Charlie Sheen, but that has been in the news a lot lately for just getting drunk constantly is Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon getting the NBC is a little worried about Jimmy Fallon, which is odd to me because he's doing so well. He's married, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's married to like the head of Drew Barrymore's like production company.
Well,
Yeah. And apparently like this person's like I think she's like really super successful.
oh
His
well.
wife.
Well, I mean, he's like so super successful right now with like the money he's making.
Oh
from
my
stuff,
God.
this shit. Like,
Yeah. But I guess she like still works, even though they have two kids that are like under the age of 2 years old. He's hitting the bars like 5 nights a week, apparently.
yeah, that's. I wonder if he's. Is it like partying with other celebrities, or is he just like?
He goes to like just dive crappy bars with like people from the show. I think like production people.
Yeah, because they probably get off at like 6 or 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, that's definitely a stressful fucking job. People say like acting and television, all that's probably easy, but something like that where you do a daily fucking show like 5 days a week, that's definitely a stressful ass fucking pressure cooker.
yeah, I read some shit about Jon Stewart talking about how stressful it is. Jon
Yeah.
Stewart just signed with HBO for
Yeah.
4 years just to do like little digital short bullshit things.
Is
But
that what they say? Is that what he's going to be doing?
Yeah.
So, but it's like just one show a week, basically.
yeah, no, it's just whenever he wants to do it. He's like,
Oh,
I
really?
might do 2 5-minute things a week. I might do none. This is
Yeah.
whatever I want to do for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Like it's just all going to be on their streaming. So they're wanting people just to like start streaming HBO, quit buying it on like cable.
Yeah.
And so this is like one of the things. Bill Simmons and Jon Stewart is a good good way to get people to come there. But yeah, he talked about just like how he just had to quit. It was just too much. And Stewart was doing, he was doing the Letterman like the 4 nights a week of
Yeah,
fucking constantly taking vacations.
and only 30-minute shows.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just hard too to keep your writing crew because they were like just having to come up with like good like fresh material every single fucking day.
yeah,
And then they're just like, if you're good enough, then you're gonna leave and go do something like better, like write a weekly
you're gonna
TV
get your
show.
own show, like a
Yeah,
John Oliver or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Jimmy Fallon. I don't know his shows. He's still doing good on the show. Is he
Oh yeah.
partying with like Questlove at all? Or
I've seen them talk a little bit. Like, I'm sure you saw after there was like the big SNL show, Jimmy Fallon's story, where he came out and talked about how he was on stage with Paul McCartney, Taylor Swift, Questlove, and they were all like playing like Let It Be or some shit.
yeah,
Uh, in that little segment, he was talking about, he was like, I was like pretty wasted, and Questlove was like, yeah, you were like really like wasted. And I've read a lot of stuff about Jimmy Fallon over the years and listened to interviews with him where, I mean, I know he really, really likes to drink like a
yeah,
lot. And he's like the happiest drunk ever. It's not causing like a problem in his life at all. He's one of those people that could just drink and everybody just loves to be around him.
yeah. He's
But
the fun drunk.
yeah,
Probably like picking up bar tabs.
yeah, like buying everyone in the bar shots of vodka and shit like that. Like that just happened like the other night. And I saw the video of him fucking his finger up on that Jägermeister bottle a couple weeks ago. Like that's what spawned all the network to say that there might be like some problem with him because he's like constantly getting injured and like he chipped a tooth like just a couple weeks before that. There's a lot of speculation that all this shit is really connected to him just being like too drunk like every day.
Well, good for you. Good for you, Jimmy. Way to blow off some steam.
Yeah.
Um, shit. I mean, sticking with fucking crazy celebrities, I guess. Let's talk a little Tom Jones. He's having some Tom Jones. If you don't know him, for our younger listeners, dude that always is like playing in Vegas. He's
Not unusual.
yeah, it's not unusual.
Usual
Yeah,
to
he's
be
just doing
loved
that
by
fucking
anyone.
that Vegas like voice that anybody could go up and do.
Lounge singer
Yeah,
shit. Yeah.
yeah, and he has a little afro, and he's cool.
You would have thought it was a Jufro. Now it turns out it might be an actual afro.
Yeah, yes, yeah. I had always thought he was like Jewish in some sense, just because he had a little curly afro.
Yeah.
A little curly fro. But no, not the case. He really is like, oh, look, I think there's a lot of black in me, and I'm gonna have a DNA test done to see if I'm like part black. Which I don't know why he's doing this. Is he looking for like some kind of like street cred, or
I don't know. Maybe he just like has a huge cock and he's just like, I really need answers about this
that
afro
was
and the cock.
yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking too. Like the hair, like we have a friend that's kind of curly headed that has had an afro at one point. Listener, friend of the show, listener, Brooke Aslan.
Oh, right. I was like, who the
And
fuck? But yeah, his hair is like a complete afro.
it's just curly. I don't think he's ever thought, hey, I'm black. So that's why I'm thinking that Tom Jones has like a huge dick to go along with this just like huge fro. And he has thought, hey, I'm gonna like see if I'm black. And what if it comes out he's like at least half black or so? I don't know how that'd be possible.
I don't know. He's clearly not half black, but
Do you think he's gonna get like an N-word pass? Or
maybe that's why. Maybe he just wants to drop N-words and bombs like every day.
like Chet Hayes in it in his new like his new act. Just I don't know, but yeah. So maybe if he has some black in him, he's gonna like write a book or do more shitty like lounge shows in Vegas.
It would be fucking awesome to see him in Vegas, though.
Man, there's a lot of shit I want to see in Vegas. Tom Jones ain't high up on the list.
Why not though? Like, what the fuck else are you going to see if you're going to go see a show there? I mean,
Cirque
you go to
du
Cirque du
Soleil,
Soleil.
yeah.
Yes, I've seen Cirque du Soleil in Vegas. It's fucking badass. You have to do that. That's even more fun than gambling. But
what would you rather see, the like Britney Spears show or Tom Jones?
Tom Jones.
Oh, see, I kind of want to see the Britney Spears.
Oh my
one.
god, why?
I don't know. It's just interesting.
I saw that other really famous fucking lounge singer when I was in Reno one time as a
Wayne
kid.
Newton?
Wayne Newton, yeah, and that was like pretty cool. Also saw Carrot Top in Reno like that same trip, and that was like actually hilariously funny.
There was some famous comedian playing at the Flamingo when I was in Vegas. I can't remember who it was. And by famous, I mean not famous at all. It's kind of like Carrot Top level of famous.
Carrot Top's extremely famous. Dude's been playing like every night in Vegas for like 20 fucking years.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this show too, it's like if you just like go put $10 in the fucking slot machine, they just let you go see this guy's act for free. Like, please stay in this casino.
Yeah.
But so yeah, Tom Jones, possibly Black. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. You'll get a chance to Nave update as soon as we fucking hear about that shit.
We'll have to see. Maybe he's trying to get out in front of this KKK leak that Anonymous is doing. Maybe he knows like he's on the KKK list and he wants to get out in front of it and show that he's in support of the black community.
Right. Okay. So for listeners that don't know, Anonymous has been hacking like the Ku Klux Klan and like all their different sects and just
The
pretty
little
much.
racist like offshoots and stuff that they
Yeah,
have.
they apparently have like the names and like addresses and phone numbers of like thousands of people. Uh, Earlier this week it came out like some politicians were named, but then there's some like debate on whether they were the. This is even. I don't even know if this is like coming from anonymous or if this is like random. Anyways, our Texas Senator John Cornyn was fucking named in this.
Yeah.
He's not actually our senator. Ours is Ted Cruz, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or is Cornyn our senator? Fuck, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
We in Texas, like the Republican wins so much in the Senate race. It's like
You don't
I,
even know who
I
like the
don't even
Democrats
I don't
that
even
run.
look at who I'm voting for. I'm just like whatever Democrat. I can't even. I'm trying to think who the last guy I voted for Senate was. I just know he got his ass like beat like pretty bad, but
Yeah, Democrats don't fare well in like the statewide elections here.
yes,
Ann Richards was like the last one that actually did well.
yeah. So, but basically, John Cornyn was named. He might have like emailed the KKK at some point. Who knows? But it's supposed to come out for real tomorrow, like the anonymous hack on like all the names and stuff.
Yeah.
So if like you have a dad that's like pretty racist and he like disappears, maybe once a week and comes home and like smells like burning crosses or something, like
You're noticing a lot of like the eye holes like cut out on the ground,
yeah.
small pieces of sheet around the house.
Right. Yeah. He might be named soon. Who knows? But
What about the fucking Oklahoma mayor's husband who like for Halloween a Halloween prank like who burned a cross like in full KKK regalia?
they were just like he just had too much to drink. It's like
Yeah, I think
yeah.
so. He's
Yeah.
been
You would think that like she was just like, look, I'm the mayor. Quit drinking and putting on these sheets. But he had like a legit KKK like costume. How's he gonna explain like where he got that? It
Yeah.
wasn't like he's throwing a sheet.
They also had a cross and like big fucking god damn it, what are those things called? A torch to
Yeah,
like light a fucking cross on fire.
like this was planned. They were just like, man, we really want to go burn a cross. Let's just say we were drunk on Halloween and fucking do it.
Yeah,
Let's
they
go
just got
nuts.
caught.
YOLO. But yeah, that was pretty ridiculous on that part. A bunch of mayors got named, but they were all just everybody's just denying it.
Everybody knows that half the like small town mayors are racist. They can be open. You can be openly racist and be a mayor of a
Oh
small
yeah,
town. If you have like
it's
10,000 or less
encouraged.
people in your town, there's a good possibility that your mayor, if they're white, has been connected to some racist organization.
In some Texas towns, I'm pretty sure if you don't have like the endorsement of the KKK, like
It's an official endorsement that you
yeah, they put it on their campaign signs and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a little. Yesterday was election day. You see, Ohio voted against legalizing weed.
Yeah, I saw that like the ballot measure was like real fucking weird though. Like they
Yeah,
packaged it with a bunch of weird shit. So it looked like it was a foregone conclusion that it was going to pass. At least that's how the liberal media that like I look at was
yeah.
like HuffPost was like 100%. Nick Lachey is about to make $100 million off weed there.
He has 23 acres. He's like cornered the market. Like they're just like ready. Like they have the seeds in their hand. Like we're gonna play
Yeah.
ho, pass this. But yeah, they were saying he's gonna make $1 billion.
Yeah.
But so Ohio voted that down. A couple other things like Houston really like voted down the equal rights.
Yeah.
Good for them.
That was a big deal around here.
It-
Everybody that was from Houston that was on Facebook was like, God damn it.
it's funny to me that people like why they like have like these equal rights issues go to like the ballot Like it doesn't matter if you vote for or against it, just like California did when they voted down gay marriage. It's just going to go to the Supreme Court. Now
Yeah.
you're just giving them a reason to go to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, that's why they put it on the ballot. Probably it's probably a pre-planned like way for special interest groups that support that to take it all the way to the Supreme Court. So they want it to be a fight. So they get it on the ballot everywhere. Like that's how they do it. Same
Like,
thing with like weed and stuff.
yeah, like everybody's just been like scared to take like LGBT issues to the Supreme Court. Now that the shit's like gone down, that they're like LGBT friendly, it's just like
Yeah.
let's go get it to the
Yeah.
Supreme Court.
Yeah.
They like set the precedent of equal rights, like treating us like humans. Let's go for it now.
Yeah.
And then of course, like the religious people are just like, oh no, we don't understand. They were scared.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going the same way with guns. Like all the gun advocates and stuff want to get their shit to the Supreme Court right now because on that issue, it's like more favorable for them right now than it could be in the future. Just nobody knows like what the fuck's gonna happen with these old ass Supreme Court justices. You never know who's gonna like be able to be appointing the next fucking Supreme Court justice.
Oh, they're terrified that a Democrat's gonna like win. We get if one more liberal gets on the Supreme Court, it's just gonna go everything's gonna be voted like liberal style.
I don't think they're gonna be able to right now get anyone like as conservative as a Scalia or like as liberal as like a Ginsburg right now, just because they have to be confirmed, and they're just not fucking gonna get Senate confirmed either way. They're not going to right now.
Right? Yeah.
You have to get like a middle of the roader,
Mm,
somewhat. Like John
well,
Roberts is like kind of proven himself to be somewhat of a flexible on shit, and that's probably like the best you can hope for.
yeah. I really think. I mean, the middle of the road is what you want in the fucking Supreme Court. That's
You,
how it's supposed to
you
be.
just want someone that can look at it objectively.
Yeah, just
right.
like, I'm gonna go in this with an open mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One thing we forgot to put on our fucking outline: stream with us.
Oh, stream with us, yeah. Let's talk a little Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, we did episode 11 and 12 this week, right?
Right. 11. What was 11?
11 was a fucking goddamn.
They were both horrible. It was like two good episodes. And I was like, here the show is going.
Yeah, like 9 and 10 were not that bad.
Okay. So 11, it's basically her like getting some dick.
She finally fucking gets laid in 11.
Yes,
she bangs the teacher and then he dumps her.
he
hits it and quits it. Yeah.
I thought she dumped him.
No, but then he came back. Then she came back and they made out in the classroom.
Right.
And it like embarrassed the daughter. And so the mom was just like cleared it all with Rory.
Yeah. Okay. So
and then he like breaks it off.
Yeah.
With her.
Paris saw
Paris. That's that chick's name.
French and the teacher in the classroom on Parent Teacher Day.
Yeah.
It was just like, Mom. What? And so Rory just like flips on her. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you Frenching my goddamn teacher?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "I'm so sorry." So I honestly I wasn't paying attention that during that breakup conversation. I just noticed because it was so horrible. I was like, I hate this teacher. Max is just a fucking douchebag. He's not right for Lorelai in any way, but you know. And then she's like crying in the bed, and Rory's like feeling sorry for her. Oh, Mom, you're a good-hearted whore. You know? Quit fucking making out with my teachers. So I mean, that's basically
the whole fucking episode.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Rory is still she's dealing with Paris's bullshit at Chilton, and
they kind of like start to lay the groundwork for them becoming friends because they're like, both of our moms have humiliated us in public. Because Paris's mom is going through a divorce that's so public that
the newspaper is reporting.
It's in the paper.
Yeah. The newspaper is reporting the details of this divorce.
Yeah,
the Stars Hollow Times.
And it's like a secret family situation where her dad had like a whole other secret family.
Yeah,
that just like came to light.
Right. So yeah, the groundwork has been laid. They're going to be BFFs because in the next episode, stereotypical Asian friend Lainey, says she wants to get in the dick action.
I think her name's just Lane, but
Lane.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Lane. Lane's seeing all this dick happening at the fucking Gilmore house.
Yeah.
She's like, I want dick too. Looks like you ladies are like having fun.
Yeah.
Even Sookie is getting in on the action.
Yes, Sookie's banging the presumably gay produce guy.
Do you think he's related to Jim from The Office? John Krasinski? Doesn't he look like him, like an older brother?
No, not at
He
all.
looks like Jim's older brother from the Jim from The Office. John Krasinski, married to Emily Blunt. This fucking produce guy, which he can't be making that much money to be going to this like French restaurant. Okay, so episode 12, fucking Lorelai and Sookie go on a double date with produce guy, and produce guy's like in cousin that's like staying with him from out
Yeah,
of
the guy
town.
who's like one of those dudes that you've seen in 1 million like supporting roles in like stupid movies.
Yeah, just playing the same like just ugly
Ginger, fucking like just nerd. Yeah,
Yeah, and he's just like this real ugly like country boy, and he's disappointed because Lorelai's like too tall, and keeps talking about how ugly she is when he's like in reality like ugly. She's beautiful.
yeah,
But so they go on the double date, and they go to like this French restaurant. Sookie is just like talking about the mussels and like if they're fresh or not. And
yeah.
this
Dropping
guy's
some muscle knowledge, and
he's just
the
like,
produce
I
guys.
wonder where they get their carrots.
Yeah,
I'm really wondering because this time of year the carrot crop is, and it's like,
yeah,
it's the same jokes with Sookie and this
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Like he's always just worried about like where this produce is coming from, and she's like so knowledgeable about the cooking, and yeah, they go on the double date, and they end up going back to fucking what's the diner called?
Fuck, I can't remember, but
Luke's,
yeah,
Luke's,
Luke's,
Luke's
Luke's.
diner. They go back to Luke's because all they fucking eat in this town is cheeseburgers and fries
Yeah,
and drink coffee. Luke's decided he's gonna start putting nutmeg in the coffee.
yeah,
Have you had a little nutmeg in your coffee? My
never.
mom started doing that. It's just actually pretty good. It gives your coffee a little tasty treat.
Yeah,
So I see where Luke's coming from. Good move on his part for the coffee shop / diner where he's just the cook and everything. He whips up these burgers so fast.
yeah.
They have to be like pre-made or something. And Lorelai's the only one eating them. But so yeah, Sookie's like going. So then at the same time, Lane and Rory are going on a double date with Dean and his like little douchebag friend.
It's basically like Bill and Ted like rolled into one character where he's just like, "Well, bros, we're gonna fucking get some ice cream, bros. Let's do it. Ice cream headaches, like getting high."
Yeah,
Like I was fucking the worst character of all time. Everyone on the show is a straight up stereotype.
yeah. The mother, so Lane's mother, they do this double date secretly behind her back. Mom finds out. She's just like,
Oh, she
Elaine,
flips
you
her
must
shit.
have arranged marriage. You come back to house, we eat egg roll. It's like, oh my god, just with their fucking thick ass Asian accent and then like stereotypes of like it has to be like approved like boy.
Yeah.
Like she, she's not
She
allowed
has to focus
date.
like 100% on school and band or whatever the fuck it is that she does. Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting it was a little rough these 2 episodes. So their double date goes bad in the sense that Lane's like, I don't like that guy. Like Dean's cool because he like reads your fucking Emily Dickinson.
It wasn't even Emily Dickinson this time. It was, God, my voice is cracking so much today because I'm
Yeah.
like sick.
Sure.
But it was some other fucking piece of shit poet. I can't remember who it was. It was like the journals of Sylvia Plath or some shit like that.
Yeah, they're always talking about some. Well, she's making him read a lot of dumbass shit that he's really not reading.
He's like really like putting in the time. If he ends up like not getting laid, I mean, they're gonna have sex at some point.
Oh yeah, he's going for popping that cherry. He's gonna do it.
Hopefully, like they don't get HIV like Charlie Sheen, but maybe that would be good for the show. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I see somebody wants us to join their podcast network. Listeners, we're on the AM Podcast Network. Check us out.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gilmore Girls stream with us next week.
Next week we're only doing episode 13, and we're starting with episode 1 of Aziz Ansari's new Netflix show.
Yes, the big announcement, Chance and Abe show. We're watching fucking Aziz's show. It starts either tomorrow at midnight or just Friday whenever you want to. But yeah,
and I'm not sure if it's all. I actually don't know for sure that they're putting the whole season out at once, but
I think they are.
Sometimes they don't. But
yeah, well, I know at least we know for sure episode 1 midnight tomorrow night. If you want to get a jump on it, I'm probably gonna watch it Friday because I can't wait. It looks amazing. But we are gonna be watching Aziz Ansari's new show, Netflix original, Masters of None. He's playing a character named Dev. Uh,
There's gonna be a lot of stereotypical jokes in that one. It's gonna be funny as shit.
he's just like making fun of the stereotypes in Hollywood.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just they're trying to get him to do the Indian accent, all this stuff. I don't know. It looks good, and he's like getting laid in the show, which good for him that he found an actress to pretend to have sex with him. Um, but yeah. So yeah, Masters of None. Watch that too, along with Gilmore Girls.
Episode 13.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably gonna wrap it up for entertainment. What we've been spending most of our time watching, what's making fucking Gilmore Girls so goddamn hard to stream now, is because the NBA season is in full effect.
Yeah, I've watched every minute of this Mav season so far. Last night was a tough loss.
That fucking sucked.
The Raptors went on a 17-3 run to end the game.
Yeah.
When we're up by 4, it was a dumb game to give up.
It's killing us that Chandler Parsons is only playing like 10 minutes a game because we just don't have like that scoring force.
Yeah, we got put in Dwight Powell.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's killing us. Whenever this team is healthy, this is a playoff team. This is a team that's 6th seed, possibly. I don't know. They're good. I think they can beat anyone in the West except for fucking
Golden State.
It doesn't even matter anymore. Like 4 games into the season, you know who's going to win the finals. You know who's going to get MVP. There's just one team that is just like fucking so much better than any other team I've seen. Like especially at the beginning of the season, like the Mavericks are like all these guys have been hurt, or it's been a long off season. They're old. A lot of, same thing I saw with the Lakers, same thing I saw with the Pelicans, same thing I've seen with the Spurs. Everybody's getting back into their rhythm.
Yeah.
Not Golden State. They're just like,
they came right out just fucking guns blazing. Well, Steph Curry is just, it's insane how easily he can fucking shoot the 3. That's really what's killer. I mean, he can take it inside. He can do a lot of shit. He's a good point guard. He's not a great point guard, but he's the greatest 3-point shooter of all time. Fuck Reggie Miller. I think he's actually going to pass Reggie Miller.
Oh yeah, there's no one that's as automatic as him. Like he's actually shooting it and then just turning around, like celebrating before it even goes in. That's how like sure of his shot he is.
I don't know what his actual percentage on 3-point shooting is so far, but I would bet that it's over 50%.
His like first 4 games of the season are just so much. It's not even comparable to any other start in like NBA fucking history.
Yeah, James Harden isn't going to be able to talk shit this year about who gets the MVP.
Yeah, Rockets are losing.
I think they've only won 1 game. Well, I didn't see what if they played last night, but
it was yesterday or the day before that they won. They
2 days ago. Yeah,
they finally won. Fuck the Rockets. It doesn't, even if the Rockets are the 2 seed, the Spurs, man, everybody's got it. I don't know what they're gonna do to beat Golden State. Golden State is fucking good. Like their bench is good. Just they have at least like 7 like really good players you would want on any NBA like squad.
Yeah, their bench is really good. That's the one thing about Dallas. Like our bench actually is really good. Like when you look at the box score for Dallas, we're rotating so many fucking guys in from the bench. It's really like solidly distributed between who's getting minutes and how the points are distributed, which is really good if you make it to the playoffs. But you got to fucking make it to the playoffs.
I think the Mavs will make it to the playoffs. I think they're really good. I think
Dirk's still by far the best player that we have.
Yeah, I was hoping that it wouldn't have to be like that this year. Darren Williams is pretty good. Wesley Matthews is going to be like really good. Parsons is going to be pretty good. We had like everybody on our team we got a pretty good team.
Yeah,
we'll be 6-7 seed. We might shock somebody in the first round. Who knows?
Yeah.
But like I said, we couldn't even compete with Golden State.
As long as you're not the 8 seed, you have a shot of advancing. If you're the 8 seed and you have to go up against Golden State, fucking, because that's they're gonna sew up like first place. I think. How many games do you think they're gonna win? 65 games this season?
Oh yeah. My prediction right now for them, and it's a realistic prediction. It's kind of outrageous, but I think they're gonna win 68.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna win the West probably by like 6 to 8 games.
Yeah,
and then I think everybody from 2 to 8 will all be clumped in like within not that many games of each other.
I think Houston's gonna get their shit together and they'll eventually like be up there, like in the top 4 teams. Oklahoma City's, I,
Oklahoma City, San Antonio. I mean, you got some really good teams. L.A. You know what?
the
Watching
Clippers,
the
fucking Doc Rivers, like putting himself up there when he was talking about Golden State. I pretend like the Clippers are like as good as like the Spurs. It's like, dude, you've done nothing.
my thing watching the Clippers is this: Blake Griffin is really good at
Oh
basketball.
yeah, yeah,
DeAndre Jordan is really like overrated.
yeah.
He's almost a liability.
Well, when they're like hack-a-shacking him like
The
constantly.
Mavericks came down from like 15 points and cut it to like a 5 point lead at the half just by playing fucking Hack of Jordan.
Yeah.
And then in the and then in the fucking halftime show, Barkley called it a hack shack, and Shaq was just like, "But don't be called it that. It's not hack shack. It's Hack of Jordan now." And Barkley is like, "Man, shut up. The only reason you won titles because you're riding Kobe's coattails." I was just laughing my ass off. Like Barkley's, he's like, "Man, y'all fools just need to learn how to shoot free throws. That's all you need to do. Why not learn how to shoot free throws?"
That's like a really fucked up thing to say to Shaq, who's one of the greatest players in NBA history. I mean, Kobe is like top 3 greatest of all time, but
Yeah, yeah. Dirk closing in. Kobe and Dirk are both just like moving up that fucking points ladder right now. This is clearly Kobe's last year.
I don't know that he'll finish the fucking year out. It may
They're
come like All-Star break and he just goes, fuck it. Like,
they're bad. That Russell kid is not that good. That
no.
the one I said was going to be the breakout star of the draft.
Yeah.
And we both said Towns was going to be a bust. He's like looking really fucking good.
Yeah.
It's so sad Flip Saunders died. I think Flip could have really done something with this team. I think Garnett's eventually just going to take over this team.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
That's what I think. Flip was just going to mentor him for probably like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And, starting off as kind of like a player coach, and then ending with like assistant coaching gig, and then eventually Garnett would take over. This kind of like fucked that up, but Flip Saunders dying kind of fucked that up.
Yeah.
But yeah, Towns is really good number 1 pick on their part. That Okafor kid, which he's pretty decent too.
Yeah.
A lot of rookies are coming into. A lot of the big guys are like looking like they're pretty good. None of the guards are like panning out right now.
Which, like, right now, having a big guy doesn't mean shit. Like, when you look at Golden State, it's all about having guys that can, like, guard fucking small guards out on the fucking perimeter.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Shoot the rock.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so in NFL talk, the Cowboys fucking suck balls. I'm actually going to the Philadelphia game this Sunday.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, so I'm going to the Mavs game Saturday night. We are, and then I just randomly got tickets, like 50-yard line.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you'll see an ass beating. Yeah. Cowboys horrible. They look really bad this fucking week. The NFL is weird right now. You got the AFC has just like some pretty dominant teams. Denver just beating the shit out of Green Bay was like a wake up call on like the NFC being so shitty.
Yeah, well, fucking Denver's just no joke. Their defense is that good. Their offense actually looked good this week for the first time this season. And then next week, Vernon Davis is joining the fucking squad. And that's just really going to fucking turn into a real competition between Denver and New England. I know you think New England's just going to blow them the fuck out.
Yeah, I still think that. I think Cincinnati, Pittsburgh's officially out of like the playoffs with the Le'Veon Bell injury. So it's a 3 teams right now undefeated. They're all 3 clearly making the playoffs. The Colts are 3-5. They're still winning that division.
Yeah.
Colts are awful. That division is just the worst ever. Somebody could like really like go in 6-10 and make the playoffs. It's a race between them and who the fuck else is in that division. I don't
like
know.
The Jaguars, fucking maybe the Browns.
The Browns are in it. Yeah, this is fucking awful.
Johnny Manziel's going to start tomorrow night, so I'm actually kind of excited to watch that game.
He'll be horrible, just like he always is.
But he's fun to watch.
He's not an NFL quarterback.
No, he's not.
He's beating on his girlfriend. We didn't even talk about that on the show.
Yeah,
because it's just so pointless. Anyway, Johnny Manziel got pulled over and
he was choked choking his girlfriend while driving.
giving her the old like, "You're not getting out of the car," but it's
Yeah.
so bad where she's like trying to get out of the moving car. We've all been there that drunk though.
No, not where we're choking
No,
people.
not okay. Whoa. Let me clarify. Not that we're choking anybody, but where you're young and stupid and you're like fighting with your significant other in the car.
You're just like, get out.
And so, one of them is like threatening to get out of the car, be it you or the lady.
Yeah.
I think we've all been there. And there's always, alcohol's always probably involved, which is odd since Johnny Manziel just got out of rehab. You think he'd be like
not drinking. He'd be making an attempt to not drink.
Yeah, laying off the sauce.
But no. But yeah, the NFL season is definitely taking a back seat to me to the NBA season right now. I'm sure once the playoffs come around, I'm gonna be like way fucking back into NFL. But I mean, I say that I'm watching football for like 8 straight hours on Sunday. But
I saw you ate all your son's Halloween candy watching the fucking Monday night game.
Yeah.
God, that Halloween candy's been kicking my ass
this week.
I ate like 100 little Snicker bars.
Yeah. My wife like woke up or was like put Ben down for a nap yesterday. And I had watched the Monday night game. Yesterday was Tuesday. And she was like, yeah, I'm about to like get into that candy. She was like, what the fuck?
It's like 2 Milky Ways. Like, you love me this shit. That's what I did. I ate out all the Snicker bars. I just picked them out because we bought candy to give to trick-or-treaters, and then we didn't really get any trick-or-treaters. And so I had like this whole thing of like little mini Snickers. I've just been picking them out, like digging through it.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of shit candy though. I hate people that give out the shit candy.
Yeah. I'm just like, give me the sour candy. That's all I want. We got none of it. All this fucking bullshit with like the Staples and the Reese's pieces or the Reese's butter. That's so fake. First off, the Staples are already stapled. They're not even with the sharp ends out.
That really wouldn't do too much if you like.
No, if you're gonna fucking put a piece of something dangerous in a piece of candy, you wouldn't pre-staple the staple where it's just a flat piece of metal and then stick it in there. That makes no sense. It's a lie.
That's my theory too. It's just some like bored mom trying to get attention.
Yeah.
But the little Halloween controversy in Fort Worth, Texas, our hometown, that somebody found some Staples in a Reese's.
Yeah.
And they're flipping out and just posting on Facebook directly. Look what I found. Check your candy, everybody.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Our already shitty lighting system that we have going on here just got shittier because one of the lights is burned down for some reason.
Like fucking ghost. The Halloween Spectacular leftover ghost. Fucking turn that light off. But
yeah. Anyway, so we didn't talk about the game. His like showing his big old dick, like trying to show up Justin Bieber.
Oh yeah.
Celebrity dick update.
Boing. Celebrity dick update. The game did Eggplant Friday, and he has a huge cock.
Okay.
What do you say to it?
That's not a flaccid penis. I don't fucking give a shit what anybody. There's no possible way.
No, it would kill someone.
Elephantitis or something. If that's a flaccid penis.
No, that's at least a almost fully erect penis
that he just shoved into like some exercise pants. I mean, either way, it's insanely impressive.
Yeah, no, good for you, game. Like I'd be putting my dick on Instagram every day.
It's amazing, like you haven't just like been making sex tapes and just like putting that dick out there from like the get go.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Like I said, that's what I would do if I had a fucking foot long slong like that.
Yeah, literally like a foot long.
Ridiculous.
Like he watched like Boogie Nights and was like, "What's the big deal?"
Yeah.
Dirk Diggler. Like that has nothing on me.
It's funny. Like it's funny when the Bieber thing came out. We were just like, "Good job, Bieber, impressive cock," and everybody's like, "Nah, Bieber has a medium size." So it's like,
bullshit.
What dicks are y'all looking at? Like, Saturday Night Live did this thing where they the Weekend Update guys were talking about. There's like Bieber's dick. It's all right. I'm just like, dude, whatever your name, white guy on Weekend Update. I don't even know your name, but that's 3 of your dicks. I can promise you that shit.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah.
But any new listeners to the show from Blab I Am watching right now, yeah, we do a little dick talk. It's kind of weird, but yeah, it's fun.
That's like one of the main features on our show. If there's a celebrity dick out there,
our claim to fame is we talk about Empire and celebrity dicks.
Oh yeah, Empire's coming back tonight too.
Is it coming back tonight?
Well, it said it's coming back after the World Series. The World Series is over, so I'm assuming it's back on tonight. I'm more excited for the Survivor. The merge is happening tonight. So
is it a whole new season?
Yeah.
Well, I might try to jump on that.
I'm
Well,
really like looking forward to see what happens with Spencer this week for any Survivor fans out there. Is he gonna get eliminated? Is he like gonna use his like a genius intellect? Literally like has a genius IQ. These are all second time players this season. Anyway,
so
I
they
don't.
say they know the game.
Yeah, and there's like it's called second chances or
Is
something.
Johnny Fairplay on it?
No,
That's the
he's
only.
been on there at least 4 times. So these people have all only been on there once.
I just remember when Danny Bonaducci like broke all his teeth.
I bet he's had his teeth broken multiple times. He's such a fucking idiot. But yeah, he did change the game when he came in, like lying about his grandma dying. Anyway, if you have any celebrity dick updates you'd like us to know about or want to send us a voice memo from your iPhone, email it in to us at thechanceandnabeshow@gmail.com.
Yes.
Check us out on Twitter at Chance and Nabe.
Yeah. Hit us up on Facebook. Check us out on Pinterest. Really don't check us out on Pinterest, but mainly Twitter. That's it. But yeah, keep watching us every week. Go subscribe on YouTube. That's a high priority in your list of things to do for Chance and Abe.
Yeah.
Subscribe on YouTube. Keep watching us on blab.im or whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah. Check out my other podcast, State of the Marriage, on Twitter at Podcast Marriage. Check out some old BBQ Thug. Nabe's just talking some barbecue, country cooking sometimes, all kinds of shit, right?
Yeah, just talking some grubs.
Yeah. Big shout AM Podcast Network.
Yeah, go to the AM Podcast Network. Check out their forum.
Go to the
Sign up
forum
with-
for God's sake.
Yeah, sign up.
Go to the fucking forum.
Go to the forum. We don't go to the forum.
we got to
need
start
to.
going to the forum
Yeah,
apparently.
we're gonna make a special Chance and Abe appearance at the forum sometime this week.
This week we're gonna get heavy on the forum.
I mean, we say that. I've actually gone to the forum, like been ready to type something in. Just been like, I got nothing.
Yeah. Maybe we'll ask for like some video podcasting tricks and tips on the forum this week. That'll be a good forum topic. Anyway, check it out. What else? Anything else?
No, that